What's good with y'all, bro? I'm on a late night walk, trying to get this cardio in. I just got off the phone. I had a very intellectual conversation, one I haven't had in a while. You know, I had a very spiritual day today. I found myself like really craving anime. I've never been an anime type of nigga. I've always been a straightforward Western type of film watcher, and I just been craving anime, man. I've been getting into the cartoons, and then I've been really getting into like Asian culture, and I got into like IP Man today, bro. I fuck with it. It's hard. It's hard as a mother. I fuck with it, and I've been watching it, and I've been looking at it through another meaning, and I've been like understanding IP Man as a whole, because Kung Fu is a knowledgeable sport. Martial arts is a knowledgeable sport. The names have meaning. You know what I'm saying? And there's honor in that culture. There's respect. There's discipline. Like, a lot of them died for what they believed in. That really resonated with my soul. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, I think I was in Japan or Asia somewhere in a past life, right? So throughout there, I kept seeing an image of a dragon in my head. It was like really like on me, you know? So I went out and I looked up the meaning, and then it told me to go into meditation to find it. So I went into meditation, and I had an encounter with a spirit guide. The spirit guide was in the form of a dragon and had a golden aura. And I was led down this rabbit hole of dragon learning, you know? And I learned more about them. I learned their meaning, and I kept going to these other realms. I had one image in my head where I was on a dragon, right? And I was drifting in the sky, and I could hear the wind flowing through my ears, and I feel connected to the dragon. His mouth never moves, but it connects to me. Like, have you ever seen Aragon? Y'all seen Aragon? Great movie, by the way. He had a dragon that he bonded with since birth. He was born like this. I forget what he was born as, but like, he connected with this dragon that hatched in his backyard, and she waited for him, right? Her mouth never moves, but she connected with him mentally. That's exactly what happened with me, right? I was just riding on the dragon. I was talking to it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was transported into another room. But before then, it was like this transition period. And I kept seeing like the eyes of a dragon. It was like a shadowy background. And then I started to see the face of a dragon. It had eyes of fire. No cap. And this was a fire dragon, by the way. There are different types of dragons in totemology and understanding, animal spirits. This was a fire dragon. The fire dragon was like hundreds of feet tall, like probably a couple thousand, right? And I'm in there face to face. It's like a David and Goliath situation. Staring up at the dragon is looking down at me. And behind it is guarding a treasure, right? The dragon also had like a rayish, like auroric background. Like, the background of the scene was red, and the dragon's aura was still gold. And it was speaking to me in a deep ass voice, telepathically. It was telling me shit like, what you seek is behind me. The treasure is symbolism for like understanding your desire, right? It's your passion in life. It's everything that you want is that treasure. It's your inner self. Because they view treasure as knowing thyself, right? So I look at the treasure and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. He tells me what I gotta do to get it. He tells me I gotta sacrifice. Now, the dragon can either be an angel or the devil. And some sacrifice, it sounds like some demonic shit, right? So you gotta really understand. So I called on more of my angels to help me decipher this is good or bad energy. It seemed all good, especially because of the aura. But even Lucifer had a shining light, right? So I cleared that up. I understand that sacrifice was me working hard and me like really going for the shit I wanted in life. And telling me that I need to give more of myself to my journey to get where I want to be, right? So I'm listening to bro, and the totem was telling me, by the way, you can just type in like dragon totem, deer totem, whatever. These are like, when you see like weird spirits or things pop up in your meditation or your daily thoughts, that's, we're connected to the other realm. So we're synced in, especially if you're on this semen retention journey, you're synced in with the other half of the world. Not the other half, the other side of the world, right? So, I learned that, where was I? Something about an aura. So I was talking to the dragon. Something. I don't know. Anyway, before I forget, I moved out of that. And then after I understood who I was, and he was telling me things, I was transported to the water dragon. The water dragon was blue and was a feminine energy. It spoke to me in a female voice, right? And then I went to the earth. I went to the wind dragon. Then I went to the earth dragon. They are all 4 elements that make up all that shit. It's a very powerful animal totem. It's a very high spirit guide, right? This is when you're on the path of self-mastery. Because when you've been on this journey, you attract these type of things, right? You think clear. So I'm seeing all 4 of them. And then these niggas merged into one being, right? They were all one person. So, not one person. They all spoke in unison. They told me, I am your spirit guide, right? So it also told me while I was doing this reading, I just remember I was about to say that learning has to be developed through a bond, right? You have bonds with these spirits. And what that is you talk to them. And it's like you pray. And your prayers aren't like, you offer them a sacrifice or some shit, but your prayers are like what I mean by all this is you think to yourself, right? You think like, I wish I had understanding, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, and it's like in a prayer form, and they pick up on it, and you manifest what you put out into the world, right? So you ain't here speaking to them in that sense, and eventually they will reveal themselves to you. You'll understand names, you'll understand how to communicate with people, you'll attract spirit guides that show you, you'll attract angel numbers. All this is done through manifestation. The more you learn about yourself, the deeper you go into knowledge, and the knowledge of world, the knowledge of self. But it all stems from knowledge of self. When you realize that you're a celestial being inside of a body, you'll realize that your avatar isn't shit. You'll attract things from the soul, right? So, man, this shit is deep. I had a deep ass day today, right? So, I was then transported to all these things I was learning about me. You know what I'm saying? I was learning why I was put here. I was learning what my destiny is. I was learning my true desires. Everything that the totem told me, I was manifesting. And I was manifesting these things at a rapid rate. I kept feeling like different things inside my body telling me X, Y, and Z. And I've been noticing like the more good energy I put out, the more things I get in return, whether it's small or big. The more I'm learning, I had like this weird desire to journal this shit. Now, journaling I always thought that shit was gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fucking dude. What am I writing in a scrapbook for? Right? But I had this desire to like journal this shit. And I wrote my thoughts down. I dated them. And I'm going to start collecting things. I was also having dreams last night that revealed a lot to me. I've been understanding that symbols are there to help you understand things. I realized that sex is also understood in meditation as like a device to manifest things. Depending, like, if you see like your own dick in your manifestation. I don't want to say another dude's dick because that's kind of gay, right? But you're thinking about your dick, or you're thinking about 2 animals having sex or something, right? The act of having sex is fruition, right? It's birthing something. You're birthing an idea. Fertility is your ability to create. You create the life you want. So you're seeing these things and it's telling you this is the way you go, right? This is the route, right? So you're on this path to understand yourself. We're getting back to the source. That's the identity of all this shit, man. You're getting back to the source. Before you were born, oh, I also learned something in my reading, right? I told you I get a daily horoscope. I get all that shit. In my horoscope, it told me that 2021 will be the year of assessment. You will learn your past lives. You will learn about your true identity. That's in the Bible too, right? So I got this horoscope telling me that. And I knew intuitively that's what it was, right? So I learned that and I really thought about it. I've been slowly uncovering that reality. I've been really detaching myself, man. I'm only like, 4.5, nearly 5 months, in like a week or two, 5 months through. In my semen retention, I'm 100 and something days, 120, 130, 140 days removed from having sex. You know, creeping up on 6 months for that. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? My goal originally was like 120, and nigga, that's right around the corner. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting really smart with it. And this has led me to a lot of internal realization about understanding that my role as a teacher is essential. Like, I get joy from talking to y'all niggas. I get joy from pointing people in the direction they're supposed to be in, right? I'm gonna get real comfortable with it. I'm unlocking who I truly am in this matrix. Like, I unplugged like Neo, and I'm realizing that I'm like Neo. You are like Neo. You know what I'm saying? We can only save ourselves. We can apply our knowledge to the betterment of society, right? And I've been seeing things in like, this is the last thing I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I've been seeing things in like a duality sense. I've been hearing a lot and I've been feeling it internally that we're in a merging process. We're in a merging process. The spirit realm and the earth realm is coming together like Mortal Kombat, nigga. I swear to God. It's coming together. So you're seeing things that are there, but you weren't capable of seeing before. Like, niggas are talking about there's different suns. They can't see the moon. Some places can't see the moon. The sun looks weird. You're seeing different things in the sky. They're seeing faces everywhere. Like, this shit is deep, my nigga. It's fucking deep, bro. So, the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out. This is the world that we about to live in, man. This is what we prepping for. And in this merging, you're seeing things. Like, niggas is going outside and seeing spirits and shit. And everyday people are unlocking their abilities. This is the Great Awakening. End of 2019, when I did this shit at the Grammys, at the Tonys or whatever, when they were all black and they had the Time's Up. Time's Up was this. Our time and prophecy was up. The end of 400 years was up in 2019. 2020, no, it was up in 2019. 2020 marked the start of the Aquarius side of history. We're back on the Aquarius timeline. We're heading towards the end of days. We're in them. This is just the end of the beginning. I mean, the beginning of the end, right? So the Time's Up campaign was to show that America was falling. When Wendy Williams dressed as the Statue of Liberty and she fell, that was symbolism for America's gonna fall. This is Babylon, my nigga. Babylon fell, right? And in Babylon, we have Sodom and Gomorrah. When you understand how deep this world is, how everything that we thought was just a story in the Bible is actually real. Like, we live in a reality of zombies and spell catchers. When motherfuckers is walking around in their phone and not caring about shit. They're not thinking about anything else but themselves and what's on social media. They're not conscious about reality, about vibrations, about anything. They're so low. You know what I'm saying? The spell catchers, they listen to these music, to this music, these words, these advertisements, these commercials, everything that poisons us, and they catch these spells that they put on them. This WAP shit with Cardi B and Megan, like little girls is listening to that shit, and they're like stuck in this mindset of getting a nigga for his money and fucking him. Sexual energy is the lowest form of yourself. That's the root chakra, my nigga. The root, that's the very bottom. If you at the bottom, nigga, you tripping. I guess you let me go, all right. You know what I'm saying? When you worried about some dick or some pussy, you at the lowest form of yourself, right? So, man, the shackles on us were deep, bro. Deep. I remember when I was still like on pork and shit, right? I was on pork, and that was hard for me to give up. I was 14 when that happened. I was in the lowest form of myself, right? Now I'm here understanding fourth and fifth dimension. I'm seeing spirits, I'm feeling my energy. My psychic ability is coming out the woodworks. I'm conscious of all. I feel all, I understand all, This I'm never going back on this journey, bro. I told you, man. I'm here where I want to be. I'm sensing energy around me right now. I know these motherfuckers is watching me. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Peter had to start of something. I'm for real to let y'all go, bro. Y'all know that nigga Peter Pan, man? Peter Pan? Pan is the god of man, boy love. He's the god of pedophilia. He used to lure little boys in the woods with his flute. He used to smash them, torture them, rape them. That's what the pedophilia is. They sacrifice their children to Moloch, and they practice ways of Pan. Pan's labyrinth, the mind of Pan. You know what I'm saying? All of these are different forms of the same entities. Pan was a wood demon. He resided in the woods, the forest, right? Horned goat thing. That's what he was. He had a magical flute. A lot of these demons were amazing when it came to certain things. When it came to medicine, when it came to building, creating, music, writing, poetry. These are all things that were in the heavens. I've talked about that in my last video, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get hip with it. This Bible is connected to the reality that we live in. Things, people waking up out of this deep sleep we've been put under for hundreds of years because of our sins, man. Our sins against self, our sins against God. When we chose to worship Moloch, we sinned. When we gave ourselves unto ways that destroyed us and we came off that mountain. Bats are out here and shit, nigga. When we came off that mountain and we went down with and lay with the daughters of man. And we danced to the music of the devil, aka club music. We fornicated. We created children out of wedlock, absent homes. We laid with white women. We had interracial children. I'm a product of interracial marriage. Interracial conception, and I'll tell you, that shit is fucked up. I'm a miracle, and they're not mistakes, but you're not supposed to lay with white women, right? Sex with them, you could do, but you still don't even want to give your energy to them, but you definitely don't want to bear children or marry them. They're not meant for us, nigga. That's not no racist shit. Like, they're really not. We're meant to be with black women. That's our rib. You know what I'm saying? All comes from a black woman. All comes from a black man. We are the master race, my nigga. Anyway, I made this bitch 20 minutes. So I'm going to hop off here, man. I had a lot on my mind, and I just been speaking. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. But I'll holler at y'all, bro.